feel like there's so much to catch up on since we weren't able to do it last week. We're probably gonna go long, which is fine.
Yeah.
We haven't gone long in a while.
Truly.
Okay. Hello.
Welcome back, everybody.
To World Class Athlete.
We're sorry for the delay. We had some weather difficulties.
Still having some weather difficulties, to be quite honest with you.
Neither one of us could drive, so we didn't film last week.
No.
For safety.
Yes.
No OSHA violations out here.
Thought about hopping on Zoom, and then I was like,
That's a lot of work.
Yeah. Having to record on both ends.
Yeah, a lot of things could go wrong.
Yeah.
It just...
yeah, no thanks.
My house wasn't quiet enough for that.
Plus, we kept having no internet at my house.
Yeah.
When it gets below, 30
You start having internet problems?
Yeah, it's like a thing. And,
Really?
our TV, our cable will go out and stuff. And so... I think we got it fixed now with the internet, but the TV still doesn't really work. But my dad went out and bought an AT&T hotspot and plugged it into our router.
Of course.
He's like, see, it'll work even when we don't have normal internet. I was like, all right, thanks,
So
Dad.
true. But did you do anything fun on your snow days or no?
Played a lot of Nintendo Switch sports
Well, there you go.
because I couldn't go out and play real sports.
So true.
And... I didn't even go play in the snow because it was so cold.
We went sledding once,
Mhm.
and I didn't even sled. I just went because everyone FOMO,
Yeah.
and I was so miserable.
Yeah, no.
It was awful.
I almost did, but so my mom what day did it actually snow? Fridays when it started getting icy.
Yeah, I think.
So
I don't even know.
I think Wednesday, my mom had her first cataract surgery.
Oh, yeah.
She's been excited. She's the only person who's ever been excited to get cataract surgery.
Yeah.
But she had it, and then Thursday I had to, take her to her post-op appointment.
Mhm.
And that's when we were originally going to film.
Yeah.
But then we went and visited our family friend who was getting moved to hospice. He decided to go to his lake house this weekend. He's 80-something.
Well,
He's like, yeah, they said I could. And we're like, so you're just going to get stuck there in the snow? All right, dude. He's fine now.
I mean,
he's chilling.
live your life.
Yeah. Might as well.
Mm-hmm.
But, so then since my mom had eye surgery, she can't go do stuff. And she really likes to sled with me, usually. Then we just didn't.
Didn't go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Happens.
I wanted to go to the basketball game Tuesday.
Basketball game was good.
I thought about it.
A little scary towards the end, not gonna lie.
I was watching it, I was like, oh, I'm having FOMO now. And also our TV and internet were not being very good, and so it kept cutting out the stream sometimes. And I'd be like, what just happened? I don't know.
It was a good game though.
Mhm.
It was.
Yeah, I saw Coach got a little heated.
Yeah.
I think it's
really... I thought it was funny. There was 4 people pushing him back.
Yeah, I just think it's funny that who's Texas A&M coach? Buzz Williams, right?
Something like that.
He changed outfits at halftime.
Yeah.
Oh, and glasses. He changed into new glasses as well.
I thought I was going crazy when they came back out to warm up for the second half, and I was like, that was not what he was wearing. And Emily was like, I don't know. And I was like
no.
I was like, no, there's no. I was like, no, that's not what he was wearing. She's like, I wasn't paying enough attention. I was like, I'm going crazy.
That's what they were talking about it on the cast. They were like, oh, he's got a sweater now and different glasses. What's going on?
I was so lost.
Someone on the radio the other day was like, afterwards, he goes, I guess that's a new thing. Your team's doing bad, go change clothes. It apparently works.
I mean,
because it worked for Texas A&M, almost.
They were making a comeback. Maybe it was second half sweater. I don't know.
Yeah.
Trippy was what it was. Just seeing it, I was like, he changed.
How far back were you sitting? How many rows?
We were, okay, the long row at the top of the student section?
Mm-hmm.
And we were 3 below that.
In
so
the middle section?
Yeah.
Or one of the edges?
In the middle section.
Okay.
So we were middle of all the rows.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
And you just barely got it to chicken nugget
territory. I know. Scary.
I was like, that's why I was like, I hope they can get chicken.
I know.
Because it was 70 for a while.
I was worried. I was like, guys, Like, look, I know that they're these college athletes, you know, they got a lot of pressure on them, and I don't want to put more pressure on them. However, I'm broke and need to eat, so I need you to hit 75.
Yeah, if we're going to win, let's do it with at least 75 points.
Right, so that I can have dinner.
Yeah, for free.
Is what that is.
It's like a reward.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to put pressure on you, but I just hiked in the snow, so the least you could do was score enough for me to get some chicken nuggets.
I felt so bad when I took Emma to that game over break. It wasn't working. Like, we got to 75 points, and it wouldn't work. It wasn't working for anyone. And I was like, dude, she downloaded the app, and I was like, oh, man.
That's heartbreaking.
I know.
You just immediately, as soon as the ball went through and we got 75, everybody just started pulling up their phones trying to get them. And I was like, guys, let's try to win it first.
Chill. Yeah.
Anyways, you want to do mics and songs since we just
blew past it? Yeah.
What do you got?
I have this black Razorback hat that I got before we went to that New Year's Eve game. And I used it today because I bought this hat on the condition that I was probably going to find my red one that has been lost all semester. Guess what I found yesterday?
The red one that has been lost all semester.
Yep. It was under my passenger seat in the front. I looked in from behind. No, it was in the front side.
You gotta hit both angles.
I was like,
look.
I was like, really? But now I have one red and one black, so it works. Versatile outfit choices in this winter cold. But so I was like, well, I'll just use this today.
There you go. I have a little Lego guy, race car driver from Mercedes, from the little Lego car I built when I was bored over Christmas. I don't know who it is, who it's supposed to be.
I was about to say, is it supposed to be like a real driver?
I don't know. I don't know if it's supposed to because, well, none of the drivers are yellow. So I also don't know who drives for Mercedes to even have a hunch.
Which car did you make?
I made the...
I mean, I guess I'll just look at Mercedes.
Yeah.
Spelled it wrong, but that's okay.
That's okay. I didn't know what you meant. Like that one, I think.
This one?
Maybe. No, it wasn't. I mean, it was like that one. It wasn't that gray. That one.
Oh, yeah, there's the little guy.
Right. They're kind of cool.
Smirk.
Yes, this is that set because I have that car too.
Oh, okay.
Whoa. Lego's trying to get you to buy
something. Happening? They want me to play games, watch videos, and more. Just want to see features.
Wow. It's more expensive on the site than it was at Walmart when I bought it.
Dang.
Oop.
They'll have a little person.
Yeah. I don't know if it's supposed to be a specific person or if I'm just supposed to
a name on it.
No. But the car came with
team name. I see.
Car came with like little numbers, and so I imagine the numbers are different with each driver because I had like 2 sets of numbers that I could like take off and replace.
Where's this?
So I imagine it represents a driver. I just don't know.
Let's see
who it is.
Mercedes cart driver. No, it's the Patronus. George Russell.
Very British sounding.
What's his number?
I don't know.
Oh, Lewis Hamilton's 44. I saw 44 on there.
Yeah. So maybe it's him. It's very inaccurate.
I don't think that's what Lewis looks like. Maybe it's George Russell, number 63.
It could be George. Does it? What do you think?
Does he have facial hair?
Maybe. You can move the visor.
He does.
Oh, then that is a bad job of making it.
Then maybe maybe it is. Yeah.
Lego really said we don't see color.
Yeah.
They're all yellow.
Well, that's so funny.
Anyways.
They're missing his classic piercings. All like 14 of them or however many he has.
Anyways, this is my microphone. It's little Lego Lewis Hamilton, I guess.
Nice.
There you go.
What about your song?
My song is going to be Novocaine by Frank Ocean. Yours?
I'll have to censor it. Broke B. I do like the Addison Rae video. Yes. I need a bad bleep Addison Rae by TMG. Because it was on my Spotify Wrapped, and I said that to my class yesterday. I was like, this is a song, and I was like, it's by TMG, if you know who that is. If you know, you know. That's like all I've said. But yeah, so that's my song. Very good. Very good song.
I like how you had one today.
I know.
Locked and loaded. Ready.
I almost did a Taylor Swift one, and then I was like, no, I gotta have some variety.
Yeah.
On occasion.
The playlist is a little Taylor Swift heavy.
Yeah. Well, I've just had Gold Rush stuck in my head.
Yeah.
For the past 3 days, which is fine. But I was like, variety.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, how's your first week been now that we are no longer on snow days?
Well, I have only gone to 4 classes because one of mine doesn't meet till next week. But so far, all of them have been really good. I enjoy all of my teachers, even though I'm up early, 8 a.m., 8:30 every day. But that's okay, because we're out early. I found out today that my strategic management professor is married to my leadership professor.
Interesting.
And I was like, that's crazy. I have both of you in the same semester?
I hear music that sounds like it's coming from a basketball player.
It would. So that was cool. Which is great because they're both really relaxed about like due dates and attendance. And I was like,
nice.
Yes. Overall, very good. They cleared all the ice up on campus, so I've not slipped and fall on campus. Although
I was worried about that today.
I was going to Hannah's apartment for our meeting last night, and like by the gym, there's that door to the stairwell. Mm-hmm. You can go in. Well, their elevator's broken, so we had to go to the stairs. But like there's broken. I know, right? Well, then there's the little like piece of sidewalk by the light to like push the button. Mm-hmm. Okay, just ice. The only part of that sidewalk, okay, that has ice on it is that part, right? And that's an incline. Okay, going up, not bad. When we were coming down,
I feel like going up is harder.
Well, I got up fine. Okay, going down though, I was holding on. Me, Jess, and Riley, all 3 of us in a line, holding on to the little box thing or whatnot that's there, sliding down. It was embarrassing. And there were as much traffic as I've ever seen to that corner, ever. And I was like, as these people are watching me slide down into the traffic light. Anyways.
But you made it.
I did. And it was all okay.
Nice.
How was your first week? First 2 days, day?
Well, so Wednesday I had to do Zoom class. Never fun. But that's okay.
No.
Wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Found out Lawson Blake, our boy. Future friend of the show, hopefully, is in my class.
Yes.
And then yesterday I started teaching, so that was fun. Had a little hiccup. But that's okay. We're getting there.
It passed.
In location, specifically, was our issue. But got that taken care of, hopefully, for the rest of the semester.
Yeah.
And then today I had one class at 9:40. And the wind
Did
was
you only have one class today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I only will on Mondays and Fridays. Well, I miss when I didn't have class on Fridays, so this is a downgrade for me personally, but that's okay.
Anyways, keep going. The wind.
Yeah, the wind was blowing so hard this morning. Literal tears were coming out of my eyes.
It was bad.
And I was like, which every time I would look at someone else, I was like, oh, they also look like they've just been crying, but there were straight up tears. I was like having to do this and be like, and I was like, I look like I've been crying, but it's just this 6-degree wind.
Nothing humbles you more than walking up a UARC hill in 11 degrees, cold. A 20-mile-per-hour wind.
Yeah, because I parked in the stadium garage.
Yeah.
Because, like, to get to Old Main, I think it's better to park there than it is in Harmon.
Oh, yeah.
And going directly uphill. And so, but that wind, like, going around Mullins was just like...
It was
terrible.
Bad.
But then I went to Cane's after, and they accidentally made 2 of my drinks. So she was like, do you want both of them? Because we'll just have to throw this one out. And I was like,
I'll take both.
Of course.
Oh, it's like a reward.
Yeah. And then I was thinking about how I think it's funny that in the South, we have sweet and unsweet tea, whereas anywhere else in America, it's just tea.
Yep.
And, like, we could just say tea or sweet tea. But I like that we just, like, have the distinction of unsweet.
And I like how here...
Because it also makes it sound like you took away the sweet. You unsweetened it.
I think also, though, if you refer to tea, most people just assume you're talking about sweet tea.
Yeah.
No one assumes you're talking about unsweet tea.
Yeah.
And that just makes it better, that we prioritize sweet tea more.
It's just such a funny thing to me. I don't know.
I love me some sweet tea.
But yeah, pretty good. Although... my class today, I did have to walk almost to the front of the room and ask someone if I could sit next to them, which not a fan of that.
No.
Interacting with people, no thanks. Not in class.
I haven't had to do that. I've been the person who someone's like, oh, is someone sitting here?
Which I'm like fine when someone does that, but there's just like a level of embarrassment when you're the one having to do it.
Well, the worst thing was, no one was sitting there, but I knew I had a person I knew in that class, and I was kind of hoping that, like, they would sit next to me, but, like, she wasn't there yet, and so I couldn't, you know, like sit. Well, and this other girl, like, we've had a class before, so, like,
so you at least
we were a familiar face, and so I couldn't be like, no. So,
yeah, fair enough.
But it's okay. We know now.
My stomach growled in class today, which, like, okay, usually... because it's 9:30 to 10:45. I'm usually not, like, hungry.
Right.
Or 9:40 to 10:30, I guess. And I'm, like, usually not hungry until at least after 11. But I got used to eating earlier while I was at home for Christmas break. So straight up, it's, like, 10:15. So loud. Wouldn't be surprised if the person behind me could hear. I was like,
your stomach will growl the loudest
joking me.
When you're supposed to be quiet in class.
Smack dab between 2 people, too.
Oh.
And I was like, I had like, because I felt like a little bit hungry before I left. And so I stuck 2 pieces of fruit leather into my coat pocket. But I took off my coat in class. And I didn't want to just be like rifling around. And so I was just like, I'm just going to pretend that didn't happen. And no one reacted. But I'm sure in their head they were like, bruh, get this girl some food immediately. So that's why as soon as I got to my car, I was like, I'm headed to Cane's. Like,
yeah, your stomach will growl when it's embarrassing. It's the loudest it's ever growled in class. It's
better. It's like, it's funnier or like less embarrassing when you're sitting next to someone you know.
Right.
Because at least you can like both joke about it. But when you're between 2 strangers on the first like day of class, it's a good thing I wasn't sitting next to Lawson today. Like, can you imagine if my stomach just like audibly growled? Because I was like...
But the funny thing is, though, it happens to everybody, yet we're so embarrassed about it.
Yeah.
Because, like, if I ever hear someone's stomach growl in class, like, I pay no mind to it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, they're hungry. Like, whatever. That's how your body, one of the ways it tells you to eat. But whenever it's me, I'm like, oh, this is the end of my life.
Yeah.
This is so embarrassing. All they're going to know me as the person whose stomach growled in class.
Yeah.
Which they're not paying attention to my stomach noises.
Hopefully.
And if they are, that's weird.
It's weirdo behavior. But yeah, so
good first weeks all around.
Yeah. Okay, so our next thing. I keep seeing videos that are like, what are your ins and outs of 2024? So I thought it'd be funny if we did some. I don't know if you have any off the top.
My ins are warm coats, regardless what they look like.
Yeah.
Let's stop. I don't want to be fashionable. I just want to be warm. Let me wear whatever I want.
I will laugh a little bit if yours has a fur-lined hood. I don't know why, because it's fake fur.
Yeah.
And I just feel like the texture of that is awful, especially if it's snowing and then it gets wet.
Yes.
Ew.
An out would be, I don't know. Give me some time. You go.
Okay. I'm really mad I didn't write mine down because I know I had some good ones the other day and now I can't remember them. Shoot, what were they? Oh, I remember what my out was. Greens. Like bloom and stuff like that. Big out. If you need chlorophyll in your diet, eat vegetables.
For real.
Eat some spinach. It's the same thing except you're actually eating real food instead of just dumping powder into a drink. And apparently it tastes like dirt, so...
Yeah, I've never heard anyone be like, oh, it tastes so good.
Like, there's no reason to be consuming this.
You can make your spinach taste good.
Just put it in a smoothie.
Literally.
If you don't like it, just, like...
Blend it.
And you're still drinking it. But
Same thing.
Tastes better, and you're getting fruit and vegetables right there.
Oh, I know what my out is.
What?
My out? I said out really weird.
Yeah, my out is. Tis.
My out is when cars won't stop for you at a crosswalk in the cold. Like, why do I have to wait for you to pass? Why are you making me stand out in the cold longer while you're in your heated car with your heated seats and your defrost on? Just let me cross the street so I can get inside. And then we're both warm.
Yeah. There was one time where after a pep rally, like the homecoming pep rally, it was so cold. I don't know why. It was like October. It was way too cold for October.
Yeah.
But we were walking back up to our cars at the top of Dixon. And we were crossing like West Street, I think, and the light turned. And this person was like trying to turn and like honking. And we're all like, dude, it's 30 degrees out here and we weren't dressed for it to be.
Right. Let me walk.
You'll be fine. You're in a car.
That's what I'm saying. You have your heat on full blast and I can see it because your hair is moving in the car from your AC. Let me cross the street so I can get into this building so that I can defrost. That's my out. Just stop. Either stop the car or hit me, but don't make me stop.
Exactly.
Did you figure out your in?
No.
I went on a rant with that one.
Yeah,
sorry.
no,
That happened today. I was cold.
Gosh, I don't know. Another out, hating on Taylor Swift for when they show her at NFL games.
An out, blaming Taylor Swift for your team's terrible performance? Okay.
I do want to talk about that more in a minute, but I did think it was funny. I think it was Rich Eisen was talking about it and how he was like, I don't know why people are so mad that they show her like 3 times in one 3-hour game or 3.5-hour game. And then someone started talking back and he was like, did you get mad when they showed Jerry Jones like 15 times at the Cowboys game?
No, literally.
And it was just, there was no response. Like it was dead silent. He was like, yeah.
It was what I thought. That's funny.
I saw some out-of-pocket stuff about Jerry Jones after that Cowboys game. It was really funny. But anyways, gosh, I don't know. What is another in? What's something that we want to be cool in 2024?
Oh, I got another in. Put your stuffed animals on your bed when you make your bed. No more hiding them. It's okay. We all have them. Let's display them. It's fine. I sleep with a teddy bear, and when I make my bed, he is right next to the decorative pillow. Nice. Everyone needs to do that. No more putting them under the blanket, off to the side, under the bed. No. Put them on the bed where they deserve to be.
Where they belong.
That's what I'm saying. It's an in.
I like that.
Thanks.
In. It's almost Valentine's Day. It's like a...
I don't know. I don't really celebrate Valentine's Day. I've never...
I just like the vibes of Valentine's Day.
The color scheme is terrific.
Yeah. I have a really good Valentine's Day story to share closer to Valentine's. I'll probably put it in the topics, but it's like, I think it deserves to wait until Valentine's because it's about that. It's about online male sims.
Ugh.
And it's really funny, but
I can't wait.
Yeah, just a little preview. What's an in? What's in right now? In like I don't know. Having sports shrines, that's an in.
Yeah, that is an in.
Just unapologetically.
For real. Make sports memorabilia home decor. Make it aesthetic.
I updated mine. Maybe I need to put a new picture. I bought card sleeves, and so I put my more important ones in those.
Yeah,
and then the other ones I put in little boxes.
I know, I see.
So if you need any card sleeves for like your Musselman card or something, I got you. I bought it was like a pack of 100 for $2. Oh. And so I was like, well, I don't need that many. But
I also got a Dave Van Horn card that I could use a sleeve as well. There you go.
I got plenty. I think I only used like 15 of them. So
I know. I was supposed to say I like the boxes.
I also put one on the Jalen card because I felt that little picture frame it's in is open on the top, and I was like, I don't want dust getting in there.
No, that's so fair.
So he's extra protected now.
Yeah, use protection. Sorry, I couldn't not say it.
You can't say that when we're done.
Sorry.
You apologize to Jalen right now.
Just in general.
Out. Disrespecting Jalen Williams.
It wasn't targeted towards him. Like, wear your safety goggles when you're in lab. Mm-hmm. Don't touch weird things without gloves. Don't smell. Do the wash.
Good rule for a chemistry lab, that's for sure.
That's what I meant. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay. Wrap that thing up for protection.
Not what I said. But anyways.
It's basically what you gotta do when you put in a little sleeve.
They are very nice. They make them look fancier.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what's in. Putting baseball cards in sleeves.
That's what's
or basketball cards in sleeves.
Fancying up your cheap stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
In maximalism.
For real.
How I live my life.
Out. Minimalism.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Minimalism is the dumbest thing ever. If you enjoy looking at stuff, then put it somewhere where you can look at it.
That's what I'm saying. Why do I have to have a blank gray wall?
Yeah.
Depressing.
It's so boring.
That's why everyone's so sad.
Well, that's why.
Because your house has no decor.
Those poor sad beige babies.
That's an out. Sad beige babies.
Yeah, that's so out.
Put some color in your kid's life.
Yeah, in rainbows and contrasting colors for your children to look at.
Like, how are your kids supposed to learn the colors if all you have is grays and beige and baby pink?
Contrast is literally good for their brain development.
Literally.
Yeah. Did you see whenever that one lady was going viral on TikTok for making her, 3-year-old's Fisher-Price Christmas tree?
Yes.
Sad beige green?
It was sad.
Yeah. I was like, sure, it's aesthetic, but at what cost? Your child's enjoyment and fun and whimsy?
Also, it's
And then she spray painted the things that her kid was putting in its mouth.
Yeah. That was what was wild.
Like, girl.
Why would I buy something just to change nearly everything about it?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that just seemed like a waste of money.
Oh, you know what else is out? Because I already talked about this once on the show. Eating borax.
Yeah,
that's so out. Don't do it. It's really bad for you. Just don't. That's out.
So true.
So true. Have you seen the stuff about Renee Rapp?
Yes.
And she did her ins and outs, and she's like, out that guy at the Golden Globes.
And she was like, that bus driver that owns the tour bus company.
Yeah, she was like, I hate you. You were mean to my mom and my friend.
Literally. Her stuff is so funny.
I love her. She's
probably a PR nightmare. Maybe not a nightmare, but I know her PR manager is kind of on edge anytime she speaks.
Well, literally on Instagram, she posted this girl has no media training or something as her caption. Did you see? Oh, I reposted on TikTok because it made me laugh so hard. They have Jacob Elordi hosting Saturday Night Live and her as the musical guest tomorrow. Yes. Did you see the the ad? Yeah. You're so right. He is so baby girl. And then Jacob's like, well, then what are you? And she goes, oh, I'm mother.
It's too good. It's too good.
I was like, I'm a repost immediately. It was so funny.
It was too good. It's too good. And Renee Rapp.
Yeah.
And
always love her. Sad though that she'll be having to leave Sex Lives of College Girls.
Mm-hmm.
That she was quite literally the only reason I was watching that show.
Yeah.
So probably won't be watching it anymore after she leaves, but that's all right. Sorry.
It happens. You know.
In watching children's cartoons.
Oh, yeah.
Been watching one of the Scooby-Doo series.
I was about to say Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Well, so I have a list on my phone of like shows that I need/want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And when Taylor and I were still living together, we were going to start watching one of the Scooby-Doos.
Which one are you watching? The Mystery Incorporated?
Whichever one's the 2012 version or 2010.
I don't know their years. I just know the animation styles.
It's one of the more like recent ones. It's very like it's themed after horror movies.
Different one than the one I'm thinking of, but I know what you're talking about.
Let me find which show it is. Oh yeah, it is Mystery Incorporated. Yeah, this one.
Mm-hmm.
This one, I guess it's like every episode is supposed to pay homage to a different horror film.
This one has the best like Scooby-Doo intro song.
I don't know, the one that I grew up on is like probably like the Where Are You?
Yeah.
Because like that one's just so nostalgic.
That one is good.
And of course the original.
Well, yeah, obviously. Can't top that one,
But yeah, I started watching this one last night. But yeah, cartoons are the best.
A good little Tom and Jerry moment?
Of course. Pink Panther.
Oh, yes.
My ride or die.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd be playing some Schoolhouse Rocks for some background noise.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Keep me educated and focused on my homework. Conjunction Junction? Oh, yeah.
Well, you are dyslexic. So
yeah, I knew that
you
one.
need a little extra.
I do need some extra help on that area.
Some refreshers on occasion.
Yeah, no, might as well make it enjoyable.
No, I love the show Gravity Falls.
Oh,
one of my all-time favorite shows ever. Genuinely some of the best writing of all time of any show.
Gravity Falls is good.
Like, you rewatch it and you're like, oh shoot, how did I like miss this?
Yeah,
such a good show.
Me and my roommate Cynthia watched An Emperor's New Groove the other day, like for the snow day, and we did not realize how funny that movie is.
Yeah.
Until you're like old enough to like get the jokes.
Well, that's
or just like I guess comprehend.
When I started watching this Scooby-Doo, they like made some joke, and I was like, "Yo,
I'm telling you,
that's correct. How did they get away with putting that joke in there?"
They make it for the parents that are being forced to watch this with their kids.
Oh, definitely.
So that the parents are like into it and will rewatch it again. Like it's for.
But there's like, I don't even remember what it was they said, but there was some joke, and I was like.
And it went over our heads as a kid.
Yeah, so I'm enjoying. That's very in watching children's shows.
No, that's a good one.
Yeah. Any other ins and outs you can think of at this moment? You never know. One could pop up at any moment.
Oh, I've been out. Bringing illegal drugs in the U.S. I'm watching the Smugglers show.
Yeah, fair.
It's an out, bro. You can't get away with it. You won't do a good job at it. It's kind of embarrassing to get caught.
Yeah, I always think it's funny whenever they like catch someone and it's like 3,000 pounds of coke or whatever. I'm like, that's such a comically large amount.
Oh, the fact that it's also
how they like even try.
It's at the borders where like the borders you can drive cars through, like those borders, not like coming in from the airport.
Yeah.
It's always a Honda Civic that is bringing in millions of dollars worth of whatever drug it is, and they like put like mustard over the packages because they're like, haha, the dog's not gonna be able to smell it. Homie, you have like 3,000 pounds of coke in your car, and you think a dog's not gonna smell it? Out. That's bad. It's so bad. Anyway, it's just like embarrassing to get caught. Yeah. Like as if I was a driver of a car, I would be absolutely humbled if someone found my illegal drugs that I popped open the console for and shoved into the front of my car. Embarrassing. You did all that work, broke apart a car, put drugs in it, remade the car just to get caught.
Yeah. All that work for nothing.
And the way that these Customs and Border Patrol just rips the car apart like it's nothing, humbling.
You know what's in? Commenting on celebrities' posts, like one-word comments, like which I've been doing for how long.
I was about to say you have.
But like, it's just so funny to comment, just like slay.
Every time I see your comment, I always like it.
I know. Well, sometimes I will comment on like. I do it most to Tom Holland and Joe Burrow because they don't post very often.
Right.
So I have to make sure I comment. And sometimes they'll get like 40 likes for no reason. And I think that's hilarious. Like
every time I see it, I like it.
After Joe had his surgery, I was like, heal that wrist, king. It got like 15 likes. And I'm like, why?
And I was probably the first like.
Probably. Or one of them at least.
If I see you comment on a TikTok or on an Instagram, I like it. I don't even really like look at what you're like. I read it, but like I just see your name and I automatically like it before I even read what you said.
It's such a like, because it's a net positive. Like you're not saying anything mean,
right?
All you're doing is hyping them up, and if nothing else, at the very best they'll see it.
Right.
At the worst, no one sees it.
Yeah.
And it's still like a supportive thing. Like it's so fun. And it has led to a very interesting interaction that I will get to in a minute.
Okay.
But yeah, so there we go.
Those are our ins and outs.
Yeah. We might have come up with more.
Those were some wild ins and outs. Anyways.
Yeah. So this is pretty old news by now, but the college football championship, Washington got destroyed.
Slaughtered, dare I say.
Here's the deal. I feel like they were so injured, like riddled with injury. And then in the fourth quarter, there was no chance they were ever going to come back. And poor Michael Penix Jr. was gripping his stomach in like such pain that I was hurting a little bit for him. And I was like, at this point, just put in the backup. There's literally no reason for him to be out there. Just because then he started getting sacked on like every play and hurting more. I'm like, just pull him. Just like stop putting this man through torture.
Poor guy.
I felt so bad for him. And the cheaters won. And now the Falcons want Jim Harbaugh. Ridiculous.
Bewilderment.
What if the Cowboys took him? That would be funny. After their embarrassment in the playoffs. Oh, hot take. The Bengals deserved a playoff more than the Browns after the absolute terrible performance from the Browns in the playoffs. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys did awful. Not in the same. There were a lot of teams that got a wild card that I think the Bengals should have instead.
Yeah.
Just based on the scores alone.
Yeah, some of these playoff games were not the greatest games played.
No.
By some of these teams.
Enjoyed watching the Chiefs one, though.
One of my friends was at that game.
Really?
Yeah.
One of your roommates?
No.
Or someone else?
Someone else.
My dad,
it was cold as all get out.
Well,
but
my aunt texted my mom the day before and was like, hey, we have like someone I know is trying to sell their tickets. They're really good seats, a little expensive. And my mom was like, you don't want to go, do you? It's going to be like negative. And I was like, unless it's the box next to Taylor Swift.
Yeah, no.
I'm not going. Like,
I'm just not.
28 degrees was bad enough.
Yeah, I'm just not built for it.
No.
I just physically can't do it. I've actually died, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So, big props to everyone who was able to go and survive.
Or I would have done it if it was also the seats in front of Taylor Swift. Because she ended up giving her scarf to the people sitting in front of her.
I know.
Well, I wouldn't have done. And she was high-fiving people. That's the coolest thing ever. Love her. But yeah.
That was a good game.
It was a good
Cold
game.
was... Oh, couldn't do it.
Yeah, no.
But
yeah, people were like, JJ McCarthy's the next Joe Burrow. He's so real right now. That boy takes his shoes off and sits in the end zone with his eyes closed for like 5 minutes, and that's how he quote unquote beat depression. Which, like, good for you, taking care of your mental health, but I think it's funny that he said that. And then people are like, yeah, this is the next Joe Burrow.
I think it was...
No.
everybody's like, no, he has to do this to concentrate. Like, let him do this. And I was like, well, if he needs to concentrate, maybe we should stop shoving cameras in him when he's trying to do that. Like, did we think that one through? Like,
and then they were all like, well, he brushes his teeth with his non-dominant hand to build neural networks.
Homie, I do that. Okay. I brush my teeth with my non-dominant hand.
Yeah, I do that on occasion. But I just think it's funny. He's like, yeah, it makes your brain stronger. And I was like, well, that's not really how it works, but...
Does he also just stand on one leg while he brushes his teeth to improve balance?
Probably. And he probably, like, rubs his belly or pats his head with the other hand or something. Who knows?
He's just playing Bop It just constantly for the reaction time.
I wonder how many... That is a funny thought. How many players just play Bop It as, like, a reaction? Like, you know what I mean?
I imagine, though, that they would have to be, like, good at it.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume some sports, but, like, I bet a tennis player would be a lot better at Bop It than a football player, you know?
But I'm imagining, like, Joe Burrow in a locker room and just, like, Bop It.
Twist it. Pull it. Switch, and he passes it to Jamar.
We need to get one for Cade to bring to his locker room in spring training.
Here, we heard it helps reaction time.
Yeah. Do it as part of your mental skills training.
I mean, isn't that essentially... Have you seen, like, you know, the walls with, like, all the lights, and then you have to, like, you know, it lights up and they have to hit it? Like, that's just Bop It with no twist it or pull it part of it. Yeah. Like, that's all it is.
Like, hey, if it could have helped KJ this season, why didn't we get him on it?
Yeah.
If he wasn't already.
Get him a Bop It.
Of course, bro's going to what? Not South. Where is he going? Not South Carolina. Somewhere else.
I don't remember. I'm not going to lie to you. I saw it, and I was just like, he's not playing here anymore.
Yeah.
Ignore.
Peace out. But yeah, anyways. So, I got some interesting DMs to share.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Which were prompted by me commenting. I wonder if I can pull them up on my computer. It would be easier to look on there.
So what happened?
Okay, so you know how I commented on Joe Burrow's post?
Yes.
And I was like, icon. Oh, that's cute. That's my cousin.
Oh, and well, gotta like it. Oh.
That's the one we saw at the football game.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, she's precious. That's her at my cousin's wedding. Anyways. Okay, so I got a DM. Where's my general? From Joey B. I got a DM from Joe Burrow. Joey B. Official with 3 L's.
It's legit, guys.
Yeah, it's so real. So yeah, I get these like all the time, like these fake
right.
Like accounts in my DMs. And who the heck is that? Okay. I have a lot of requests. I'll get ones from like Tom Holland ones all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes if I'm really bored, and I was last week because of the snow,
right,
I'll like try to mess with them and see like if they're trying to scam me or like what they're doing. So first message, hello, on January 7th. I didn't respond until January 12th. Because I was hoping that I would be able to respond while we were filming.
Yeah.
We could craft a response, and then we didn't film. Yeah. So I said, hey, King, sorry it took so long to respond. Sad face. Fist. Because I want to say thanks for all the warm comments and likes. ... Oh, well, since I got too many message over at my Blueprint account, so I decided to isolate myself here and reach out to too few of my fans. Without you, I wouldn't have been here today. ... Kisses. Lips emoji. To your lovely heart.
To your lovely heart is wild.
Meanwhile, how are you doing over there? And then, I'm amazing, bestie. How are you? I'm good. What about you? And then, slaying as always. How are you feeling after not making the playoffs? Another sad face. He liked it. I'm good and glad you feel good to keep slaying, lol. What have you been up to? Watching basketball. 3 emojis. I think it's funny to use a lot of emojis and stuff like this too. Oh, that's great. I hope you enjoy your time over there? ? Of course, King. How is your lady? This is where it gets interesting. I'm doing great. We'll be going some shitty ones this period, but I hope such doesn't last forever. What have you been doing? And then I said, the hard times never last. Hope your girlfriend is okay too. Because I was hoping, I thought this was going to be like a scam being like, oh, I'm single. Like,
Yeah.
Like, that's what, so I was trying to prompt that.
Right.
Because usually it's either that or asking for money. Oh, sorry about that. Would you do me a favor not to talk about here while we hear? Actually having a little bad day.
A little bad day.
Whoever's running this account must have gotten just broken up with. Because and so I just said a sad face. And then, what have you been up to? Drinking bad wine with friends and a bunch of wine glass emojis. Definitely you had fun with your friends, I guess. This emoji. Well, hope you are okay and didn't get too much alcohol. And that's like what we have now. So.
Wow.
I just think it's really funny. It's like, don't talk about that. Well, like, oh.
I had a little bad day. That's what gets me. I had a little bad day.
Having a little bad day. I also like kisses to your lovely heart. That's a good one.
Wild.
What should we respond next? We just need to keep this ongoing as long as we can.
I know.
What's your social security number?
What's your mother's maiden name? What street did you grow up on?
Where are you right now?
Honestly, send it.
I'll just say, where are you?
Yeah. He's going to be like, Boston. You're going to be like,
That's not
in Ohio.
Maybe the Bahamas.
That's crazy. I don't even know what to say to that.
Enjoying off season?
Yeah. Enjoying the off season?
My thing is that this is definitely someone who's not from the U.S. or a Native American, like
not
American
a native
English speaker.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering how they know who Joe Burrow is.
Yeah.
And like anything about him. But if you go to this account, I didn't follow it back, but it is following me. It has 800 followers. So this person's been running this scam for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Only following 134 though. I'm special.
Yeah, you are. With 0 posts.
I also like that they used the body armor picture.
I know.
But yeah, so like I said, I got
normally a lot of the fake accounts
Joe Burrow's DM in my DMs.
Normally a lot of the fake accounts will use the same picture that like whatever their the actual profile picture is.
If I have any requests from any other ones right now. Oh, what? Okay, let's just hidden. Don't know who this person's impersonating because I guess their account got deleted, but this one says, "Hello, dear. Thanks for your great love and support. I really appreciate. Are you my fan?" I don't know.
I wouldn't love and support if I wasn't a fan. Now would I?
I also got a hey from this random guy. I get these a lot of like they're just dudes from like India. Don't know how they find my account.
Yeah.
All I want is, I don't know what you want. I don't read that language. Sorry. But I've gotten ones from like fake Tom Holland accounts many times. And those ones. Oh yeah, this one. I'm sending a big shout out to you. Just want to say a big thanks to you guys for the support and love through the years. You inspire me. Thank you, fake Tom Holland account. Then, thanks for being a great fan and your likes and comments under my profile. And then their account got deleted. There was one I got.
I do imagine, though, that these accounts just, like, look through the celebrities' pictures and, like,
her.
Who's
commenting? Yeah. I've gotten ones before that were Tom Holland ones being like, this is Tom Holland's PR manager. We wanted to reach out to a select few super fans. And I was like, well, thank you so much. I really believe you.
Yeah. Yikes.
I think one of them did say, like, would you like to pay to be in the fan club? Like, yeah, I definitely want to give you my credit card information.
Mm-hmm.
You seem so trustworthy and definitely not like a scam.
Oh, yeah. That's funny. I don't get those.
So,
I'm glad.
Thank you so much, Joe Burrow, for being in my DMs. I really appreciate it. I can't wait to see what you have to say next and to update as soon as I can.
Oh, truly. A roller coaster is what that was.
Kisses to your heart too, Joe.
Kisses to your lovely heart.
Your lovely heart.
Need to put that on a bracelet.
I should. Kisses to your heart. To your lovely heart.
I want a little bad day bracelet. Is what I want.
It's like the what were the little octopuses with like
Yes.
the smile and the frown? One that's kisses to your lovely heart, the other is a little bad day. And you just change them out, you know, whichever one you're feeling.
Yeah. Too good.
Yeah. See, this is what happens when you comment on random celebrities' accounts.
This is why it's an in.
Maybe they DM you.
This is why it's an in.
Exactly.
It's until you, like, one of your friends who you're not really too good at friends with, scroll is just, like, looking through the comments and they see your
Yeah,
name.
no, I do think about that now being now that I'm teaching again. I'm like, do I say something? Like, so I did say when I introduced myself, I was like, if you guys see me at a basketball game, like, yelling at the opposing team, you know, just, like, turn the other way. Just close your ears.
You didn't.
Pretend you didn't see that.
You don't know me.
But I, like, am tempted to not bring it up just so that, like, no one will look me up. But I'm like, if you see me on TikTok, just scroll. Just hit not interested and move on.
That's how I feel when you're, like, a TA, GA, all that.
Yeah.
Like, is, like, a 22-year-old.
Yeah.
And you're, like, I've had friends who are like, yeah, I've been out on Dixon, and I've seen my TA. Like, and I'm like, that's, like, weird for the both of you.
Yeah.
Or, like, not weird.
A little weird.
But it's like, you see them, they see you, and then you both had to mutually agree to not.
Well, especially, like, the class I'm teaching now is mostly juniors and seniors.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of them are, like, 21 and
Right.
above. Yeah, no. But I also, one of the other things I think about is, so sometimes I comment way more often on TikToks than I do on Instagram posts. Mostly because, like, my family doesn't. I don't know. If they were on TikTok, like, they don't have the same For You page.
They're not.
That I do.
They're not finding my stuff.
It's not going to look like mine. But, like, I commented on a post from Insanely Chill the other day, and it now has, like, 5,000 likes. It's, like, the third most liked comment on that video. And I'm like, gosh, I really hope.
This is going to pop up on somebody.
It's not, like, a bad comment. It was literally, so the clip was talking about.
It's just, like, kind of weird. Like, for, like, people who are just, like.
Yeah, it was talking about, like, their first date, and, like, she smoked weed and, like, with a bouncer because her friend was, and she felt bad that she wasn't going to. And so she told Cody, and he was like, oh, okay, cool. But, like, the way he said it. So I just like, commented, and now it has 5,300 likes. And I'm like, well, I hope no one else, like,
sees.
Yeah.
One of your students going to screenshot it and email it to you.
When this video came up on my For You page, it only had, like, 12K views.
Yeah.
And now it has 1.2 million views.
And you know, like, what do you do when you see a TikTok video? You go to the comments.
Yeah, exactly. It's just part of it.
Wild.
Like that and watch it later. But yeah. Oh, I have a really good account to show you after we're done with this, but I don't want to talk about it on here.
Okay.
But, no, I don't want to do that. Anyways, I really got nervous for a second.
I did too. I was like, no.
Oh, I would have cried.
Guys, it was almost bad.
Because this was going to be a funny one. Just for the DMs, if nothing, and the ins and outs.
For real.
And the out-of-pocket joke you made about Jim. How will he ever get him on this show if we say mean things about him?
I'm sure he has a great sense of humor, and so he would have found it funny.
I hope so.
That's what I'm going for. That's what I'd like to believe.
We can ask our friend.
Yeah.
Anyways, I wonder if he was working for the team whenever Jalen was there. He didn't mention it, but
I mean,
Anyways.
I imagine. Anyway, whatever.
Nick Saban is retired.
Yes.
Which is so funny.
They were treating the little statue of him like he was dead. And like he died unexpectedly in the most tragic way possible.
I saw TikToks where people in the comments were like, who is this and what happened to him? And people just went, he retired. And they're like, what? Literally, I thought he was dead.
Homie is enjoying his life, living lavishly, enjoying retirement. And you guys are over here weeping at a statue of him.
Oatmeal cream pies. That man can buy his own Little Debbie's, okay? They're not that expensive.
He has enough money. He's been making a lot of it.
Like, let's find out what Nick Saban's net worth is, because I imagine it's
I know he can
more
afford
than
to
the
go
company
to Walmart.
of Little Debbie, probably, at this point. Oh, it's the third search when you search his name. Around 70 million as of January 11th of this year. So
he's good.
Let's see.
He bought a
nope, spelled little wrong. Debbie. It's not net worth. What would the
Little Debbie,
like, company worth?
Sure.
You should know. You're a business major.
I mean, company net worth, Little Debbie assets. I don't know.
Oh, 1.5 billion. Okay, so maybe he's not quite.
He's not at Little Debbie's level, but
he's worth enough to buy boxes if he wants, though.
He's worth enough to buy shares
also,
of Little Debbie.
Would not have expected him to be an oatmeal. Actually, you know what?
No, it makes sense.
If he was gonna like a Little Debbie, it would be an oatmeal cream pie. But wasn't expecting him to be the type that would enjoy any prepackaged snack cake.
Nah, a cosmic brownie. I could see him eating one of those.
I could not.
Really?
I think that's the kind of thing that would send him into a coma.
I think it would be if he saw a player eating it. But I think he would be the type of, I think he'd be the type of coach. He'd stand up and he'd be like, guys, we really need to work on what we're putting into our bodies so that we get the best out of our bodies.
And this has oats in it, so it's good for you.
And then being on the sideline at practice, shoving a zebra cake down his throat. And he's like, you're not playing hard enough.
Just the zebra cake frosting.
That's what I imagine.
Especially the Christmas trees. No, I could only see him eating an oatmeal cream pie because I feel like, I love a good oatmeal cream pie.
Right.
But it's not my favorite of all of them.
I can see him eating one a day.
But I see him being the type that would enjoy one a lot. It just fits his vibe.
I guess.
But yeah, did you see, I think it was the Dolphins, because it was Tua. He was in the training room or the quarterback room or something. Mm-hmm. He was like, whoa, Saban retired? One of his teammates was like, no, you're joking, right? Yeah. There's no way.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, ESPN just posted.
A reliable news source
and
said
he goes,
something.
I better call him right now. And then he pulls out he tries to call him, and everyone's as if he's not being inundated with calls and texts.
Right.
He's gonna see Tua's and be I want to answer
the way
him.
He said, oh, I need to call, he's having a midlife crisis.
Yeah,
this was not a well thought out decision by Saban. Homie's been in the game for a while. It's his time to retire. They're acting like he's 27 and was I'm going to stop.
Yeah. And I just thought, I need to call him.
I must.
It is funny, though, back in, maybe October, maybe November, I remember seeing someone say, this would never happen, but what if Saban decides to retire this year from Alabama, step down from Alabama, but then he comes and takes on Arkansas as a pet project. And everyone was like, yeah, that'll never happen. He's not retiring. And I'm like, okay, well, we got half. We got half of that prophecy that just came through.
I mean,
bring
him over.
If he wants to come mess around with Arkansas football for a little bit, why not?
Just a year or two, I'm sure that would help us more.
He and Bobby together might be a little button heads, but
I'm sure they could make it work.
Yeah.
Just lock them in a room together for a little bit. Let it work out.
It's not like Nick needs the money.
Mm-mm.
Or anything. He's just
charity work.
Just give him.
We
have a Little Debbie plant. in Gentry.
Give him some
we
volunteer
could give him
hours
unlimited
on
oatmeal
Give
cream
Pulse.
pies.
You're going cream pies. I said, give him some volunteer hours on Give Pulse.
Well, that
Give him
too.
a quart at graduation. He'll get 100 of them.
Well, I'm just saying, one of the Little Debbie stores is in Tawnytown. Yeah. It's like the Little Debbie discount store. You get them for like $1.
I know. Great store.
I've never actually been in there.
I've been in once. It was nice.
There's another one in Gentry, and one of my teachers in high school, he used to go every week and restock his cabinets with them.
Yeah.
But yeah. I also had a teacher whose husband works for Little Debbie, and he would send her with new flavors for us to test, to product test for him.
A focus group.
Yeah. Like one time it was before Valentine's Day, cherry flavored Swiss rolls. Not that
I don't like cherry flavored things. So I don't think I like them.
I like cherries and like maraschino cherries, but like the flavoring of cherry doesn't taste like real fruit and is gross and bitter.
I don't like cherries or cherry flavored. I just don't. I don't like the texture of cherries.
Fair.
I don't like them. I don't do it.
They are a little meaty.
I don't. They're just weird.
Yeah.
I don't like it. So I just don't eat them, you know? I also don't like when you put it on a sundae and then it gets the whipped cream all red and whatnot. And I'm like, ugh. Yuck. Anyways.
The best cherries are from Washington State. And they're Rainier cherries. They're like orange on the bottom and red on top. And they're so good.
Oh.
Anyways. I love cherries. Real talk though, how do they make the maraschino cherries look like that? Because every cherry I've ever seen that is red doesn't look like that red.
No.
They're like grape colored.
They look genetically modified. Look, not hating on genetically modified food. No. Love some GMO food.
Oh, there's also blue ones.
But I don't.
That's even scarier.
Yeah, that one's genetically modified. I don't know what they do, but they're like cartoony pop art red. They are unnaturally red.
Yeah, just like
they look like what a Disney villain would leave.
Oh, they use red 40.
Yeah, well, there it is.
All the almond moms are going nuts right now.
Oh yeah, that's why they're not red. It's red 40.
You know what though, GMO fruits are in because pretty much all fruits and vegetables that we eat are GMO that they were selectively bred.
Yeah.
Which is so funny. People are like, GMOs are so bad. If we didn't selectively breed corn, it would not be the way that it is now.
I did in class for my business ethics class, one of the things we looked about was how, like, there are genetically modified foods that are bad. Yes. There are also genetically modified foods that are good and are genetically modified for a reason. There's this thing, it's like gold rice or like golden rice, something like that. Well, they like genetically modified this rice so it has more protein or whatever. Something that I can't remember which country exactly, but maybe it was Vietnam, I think. I'm not 100% sure. But they noticed that the lower class there was lacking in this like vitamin and protein stuff, and they were like, one of the major things that they eat is rice. Let's genetically modify their rice so they have it. And then people like threw a fit that people were trying to help them get the nutrients that they needed.
What if they don't want minerals?
And they
I don't know, die, I guess. Like
tried to block this rice.
That's
and I was
crazy.
They're like, no, we can't keep giving these people GMO food. And these scientists were like, it has more protein in it.
It's better for you.
It's better. And they were like, this is what they are lacking in their diet. We have fixed it.
Yeah.
Like, we have the rice. We know how to grow it. Like, they can grow it. And they were like, no. I was like, that's wild.
I did see one, though, that was joking. They were like, I think we've overdone it on the apple front because why are apples way too big now? Because they were like, apples are supposed to be the perfect size to, like, eat as a snack.
Right.
And now they're a full meal. And I don't need an apple that big.
True.
Which, fair enough. But, yeah, if we didn't selectively breed, which is what most of GMOs are, like, corn would be inedible. It would be like Indian corn, which I'm allowed to say that because I am Native American. Or like it's like you straight up just can't eat it. It's like hard to eat, and the kernels are this big.
Our bananas would be all out of whack.
Mm-hmm.
Like non-domesticated bananas, like the seeds and whatnot. Like you can't eat them.
Yeah.
How would we make banana bread then?
Or banana pudding.
Ugh.
Sad
Love
world
banana
that we
pudding.
would be living in without it.
Truly. What would you have for dessert at your barbecue restaurants if there were no genetically modified bananas?
Yeah.
What would you eat?
And if you kicked out all of the bananas,
all the genetically modified bananas,
then what would you be serving for dessert at your barbecue restaurants? Oh, that's not.
No, in the sense that.
It's not what Sharon Osbourne can do for us. It's what we can do with her words to make them funny.
Oh. That is my favorite trend right now.
Oh, it's so
Are those
funny.
videos? They're too good.
I think about that video so much.
Daily
it's so
right now.
Funny. I hear people laughing.
They're being really loud.
Yeah. Sometimes I forget that people can probably hear us. If there was someone out side of my door, they would probably hear this conversation.
Probably.
I also think about that sometimes if I am home alone and film a TikTok.
Oh yeah.
I'm what if someone hears me retaking this 4 different times, speaking into my phone, being why is this person saying the same
thing over and over again?
Over and over?
Well, I feel like it's a bunch of college students here. I feel like they would be
oh yeah,
respect.
I'm sure it would be fine, but yeah,
it's still the thought of it. It's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah. But anyways, got any other thoughts? We already kind of mentioned Taylor was swag surfing.
Yeah.
People were mad about it for some reason.
People were like, how does she know what that is? And I was like, why would she not know?
It's been around for
what that is.
A while.
They were also, how can she do that? And I was like,
tens of thousands of people were doing it. If she didn't know, she probably could have figured it out from context clues. They also did it when we were there.
I know.
So it wasn't the first time they had done it in the stadium. Did you see that one where I think it was Willie Gay Jr. had asked them?
Yeah, I did.
And I was like,
I sent you that TikTok, didn't I?
Or did I send it to you? I don't remember.
I think I sent it to you.
I think I had seen it, though, before. I'm chronically online.
I know you are.
It's fine.
I do appreciate, though, that you're never, if I send you something you've seen before, you never hit me with, oh, I've already seen that.
Yeah, no.
You know? You like it and respond.
Decorum.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was one that I sent you? Oh, the girl whose grandma sent
Yes!
Okay, we gotta talk about that. She never posted a follow-up that I saw being yeah, this is what happened.
It was wild.
No, she just dropped it and dipped. This girl got a Snapchat from her grandma, which, first of all, crazy
Grandma
in itself.
on Snap is wild.
And then it was a picture of her and Joe Burrow, the grandma and Joe Burrow.
The thing that got me thinking about that,
so many
did
questions.
Granny save the picture? Or did she take it on Snap, send it, and it's...
But at least she screenshotted it.
But,
yeah.
It's not the same, though.
But, did this happen in Cincinnati?
Why does your grandmother
did this happen?
Snap?
Because she posted this in December before the season was over.
It's just wild.
Also, the veneers are a little too much in this picture, and it's kind of freaking me out. But yeah,
well, also, what do you think was going through Joe Burrow's head when a grandmother pulled out
Snapchat
to take a picture with him?
He's like, "Are you sure?
This is what you
this is the platform you wanted to take this picture on?"
Was he hey, you need to save it, or what?
My Explore page, I wonder if it'll be like that right now, has been a lot of Joe Burrow, which I don't know. I haven't really liked a lot of Joe Burrow stuff other than when I commented on his post.
Right.
But there's one that shows up a lot. And of course, the one time I pull this up, it's not showing up. But it's one of him and I guess his former house cleaner. And it's a picture she took with him where she's wearing her daughter's mugshot on a shirt. And so it's her and Joe, and he's smiling, and then there's just a face on her shirt, and it's her daughter's mugshot.
That's wild.
I guess it was she used to clean his house.
Well, there you go, I guess.
It's just so funny.
It is
To be like, that's kind of iconic of her to be like, this is my
Really?
daughter's mugshot. You want to take a
Honestly,
picture?
Yeah, that is iconic.
I wonder if it was like her last day cleaning his house or something. And she's like, we gotta get one picture.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So silly. Or maybe she ran into him one day and she's like, oh, I gotta send this to my daughter. Hopefully she's not in jail anymore. But like, yeah, that picture shows up on my Explore all the time, except of course not today.
I've never seen that picture,
And
to be honest with you.
As soon if it pops
When
up
you
again,
see it again,
I'll
send it to me.
Because like sometimes stuff on my Explore will be from like 16 weeks ago, and I think that one is.
Yeah.
It's like the same one, same post, but it keeps reappearing on the Explore.
Instagram said, you didn't appreciate this enough.
You haven't liked it yet. Okay,
Comment on it.
Sorry, it was 16 weeks ago.
They're saying, comment.
Yeah.
Slay.
Iconic.
Icon.
It is iconic, so fair enough. But yeah, I'll find it. And
I gotta
see
see it. I'm so curious now.
But yeah,
Maybe now that we talked about it, it'll pop up.
probably. They're always listening.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, there you go. Any other last minute ins and outs?
None that I can think of. But yeah.
Ian is going to the basketball game tomorrow.
Yes.
What time are we gonna get there?
I don't know. The out is how cold it's gonna be at the
Yeah.
basketball game tomorrow.
Let's see what the weather says. So currently in Cave Springs, but basically Fayetteville, it's like 19 degrees. Oh, thank you for not loading. Okay, here we go. Tomorrow.
We got 21 here in Fayetteville.
Well, yeah, now it says 20.
Yeah.
By 10 a.m., it should be 12.
Oh, that's what it was this morning
So balmy.
at
I just hope
8:30.
it's not windy. If it's not windy, I'm fine with that. I will probably still wear 2 pairs of socks.
Oh,
That's
bundled.
the worst part. We're going to have to layer and then take off the layers when we get inside, probably.
I know.
'Cause it gets so
So
hot
hot.
in there. Oh, speaking of, I saw a video last night about how they cover up hockey. What do they call it? It's
The
not-
rink?
Rink, yeah.
Yeah.
To make basketball courts. Didn't realize that's how they did it.
Really? I find those
mean-
videos. I will be.
Oh, I
In
watched
a-
so many of them.
I will be.
It was the exact same process every time, and I was sat for every one of them.
I will be in like an arena that they like for a basketball game or for a concert
Yeah.
or whatever, and I'm like, and can you believe that they just play hockey in here? Like they just turned this floor
Well,
to
I
an
thought about
ice
it.
rink.
I didn't know that was a thing until literally when we were in Vegas for the
Really?
tournament. Because, ours isn't a
Oh
hockey
yeah,
rink, and I've never been to another,
that's fair.
NBA facility. So I was like, because I saw I don't remember what their, hockey team is called.
Right.
But I saw it, and I was like, there's what do you mean this is a hockey
Where
rink?
do they play?
Yeah, I was like, where is it? Where did it go? And I was like, logistically, it would be crazy if they're remelting and refreezing the ice every time. How would that be
There's
possible?
got to be a better way.
Yeah, so that's not what they do. They just put a bunch of wood down, and then the court goes on top of it.
Hmm.
Which, that's also crazy that they can just fold up the court and
Yeah, I
take
know.
it around. But it
Well,
does
just
make you
imagine
wonder.
how
I'm
they change the floor for concerts.
yeah.
You know, they take the court off,
I
but they
know.
still have the
And then I
ice rink and then all the
I
layers on
saw
top.
one that was Madison Square Garden, and all I could think was Harry Styles played on top of that, for
Yeah.
multiple days in a row. That's
It's
crazy. But yeah, no, I was like, that is just nuts to me.
Mm-hmm.
And there was some arena where it was the hockey playoffs and NBA playoffs were going on at the same time. So this one arena hosted a hockey game, and then the next day hosted 2 different basketball games where they had to change the logo.
Yeah.
So they had one basketball court, and then they took that one away and put a new one down. So then I was like, so do teams bring their court with them sometimes?
Oh.
To other locations? So that their logo could, what?
Well, because no, I don't think that would work because none of them have the same color type wood.
Well, that's what I mean.
for the-
That other team brought a whole different court that they
Oh,
switched
yeah.
out. So I'm like, during tournament season, do teams just ship their court?
that seems dangerous.
That's crazy.
That seems like you wouldn't get it back
Yeah.
on time.
I was just like,
Where do they
this is
store it?
Truly.
I have so many questions.
I know. But then I was thinking about why we have our own hockey team. I really think that the university would do well to have a hockey or like a ice skating rink somewhere on this campus.
Right.
Because it's
Put
fun.
it in Bud Walton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we have 2 basketball gyms, and one of them we don't even use for basketball anymore.
So true.
Put a hockey rink in there. Let the volleyball girls play in Bud Walton. Let the gymnastics does overlap.
Yeah.
But, like, you could put the gym stuff on top of the hockey, the ice skating rink.
Instead of making them go all the way to what? The Jones Center? Is that where they go?
Yeah.
Is it where a club hockey team plays?
It's a moneymaker right there.
Truly. Get with it, U of A.
Plus, then Arkansas would have, like, all the profits from that.
Yeah.
We spend money on other stuff.
Truly. And do I not pay enough in parking passes for you to be able to put a hockey rink in?
Just let students rent skates.
For real. Put them in the hyper. Let us do it. You let us do it with tennis and pickleball and sleeping bags and tents and
bikes
and everything else.
Gosh, put me on a committee.
For real.
Speaking of committees, I tried to apply to be on the first fans of that new soccer team.
Oh, yeah?
I applied because it was only like one of 36. Didn't get picked. I had to sign an NDA. It was not, I can talk about it.
I was about to be like,
if I had gotten chosen and you have to help with branding, you couldn't talk about it. But I didn't get chosen, so.
We can talk because you don't know anything other than you didn't get picked.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
But
whenever they come around, whenever they're up and running, we're here. We're ready for it.
Yeah. They posted something about Ted Lasso the other day. I was like, oh, okay. Slay.
Fan. I'm a fan.
No.
You said, have my support.
Yeah. So.
There we go.
Anyways. I knew this would be a long one.
Yeah. Went on some tangents today, guys.
Going long.
Yes.
But I was going to show my other poster that you brought me.
Yes.
Because I think. Jeremiah. So fun. He looks really serious in this picture, but he also looks like he's on the verge of laughing.
Probably was.
Probably.
I imagine to hold it in.
I imagine media day really is just the most.
I imagine it's kind of awkward. Yeah.
Yeah. We're just not even going to talk about Trevin Brazil's hair. It's a conversation for another day. But anyways.
So we got
good times. Go be a world-class athlete.
Go be a world-class athlete.
Bye.
Bye. Too good.
Truly.